I got some seaweed I collected from a local beach, and these were collected while there was a high tide. Usually it's not a good idea to collect seaweed when it's a low tide. You'd probably be damaging the actual plants that was underwater. So these were all piled up while it was high tide, and they were clearly dead. They were clearly actually broken off. So I'm gonna try to make a fermented fertilizer out of it using some brown sugar. I'm gonna chop it up and pack it into layers inside that 5-gallon bucket. Layer of seaweed, layer of brown sugar, and maybe throw in some lactobacillus bacteria, that's homemade labs, and see what's gonna come up with it. So this probably would, I'm gonna leave it till next spring. That today is December 16th 2025, so probably 5-6 months. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna see what happens. And last year I made some fertilizer like that with fermented fruit and fermented fish, and they came up okay, and I used them in the garden, and they were fine. So I'm gonna try to do this with the seaweed, which adds a lot of micronutrients to the plants. This is not kelp. These are some kind of seaweed that I don't know the name of. So, but I'm gonna try to see how I can work this out. So let me get chopping and get it into small pieces and layer it. I roughly chopped some of the seaweed with this knife and just give it a couple of wax, and I think I got enough to actually start filling the bucket. So I'm just gonna take some and just throw it into the bucket, make a small layer, and a little bit more in, and then put same amount of brown sugar to layer this. Add some brown sugar into the bucket, and then I'm gonna cover the seaweed with the brown sugar so it's fully coated, and press it down a little bit and keep adding layer by layer until it's maybe 3/4 full. So added about 3 to 5 layers of seaweed with brown sugar, and this would be the last layer. So I do not have enough brown sugar to properly cover this, so I might need to come back and add maybe an inch or two of brown sugar to the top, but this should be enough for now. This should be properly covered, and let it sit for a while. Actually, I forgot to add labs, but that's okay. I just loosely covered it with a wrap that I had laying around. I might have to buy another lid for this 5-gallon bucket and some brown sugar, so I would top it off tomorrow. So